Ian Cotini. 2022 has been a roller coaster for investors like you. If you cashed in on the stock market's record performance or sold a home for a large profit, but then have watched your investment slide in the last few months while inflation bites into your budget, don't worry. In this video, I'll walk you through tax loss harvesting, a way to potentially help turn investment losses into tax breaks. This video gets into some pretty technical stuff, but I'm here to help. Selling an investment for a gain is great until it comes to tax time and Uncle Sam wants a share. But you can lower how much capital gains tax you owe by selling assets for a loss if it makes sense for your overall financial strategy. This is known as tax loss harvesting, and it's a strategy savvy investors employ to lower their tax bill. But it can be complicated. Keep these three things in mind. First, if you sold an asset that you held for less than a year, you generated short-term capital gains. And these are taxed at a higher tax rate than long-term capital gains. You'll want to classify the assets that you sold into two buckets. One, that you've held more than 1 year, and then two, where you've held less than 1 year. This is important, and I'll explain next. Second, when selling assets for a loss to offset your capital gains, you need to apply apples with apples and oranges with oranges. Short-term losses can only be used to offset short-term gains, while long-term losses can offset long-term gains. Third, don't sell assets strictly for the purpose of tax loss or to harvest a tax loss. That's not always the best move for your long-term financial situation. We can work to identify the right time to liquidate underperforming investments if and when it makes sense. If you're like most folks, you want to pay at least amount of tax so that you can continue to saving for your future. Techniques like tax loss harvesting can make that possible, but you need to look at your overall financial strategy to see if it makes sense this year. If you have questions about what I've discussed with you or would like to personally speak about your situation, use the form below and send me a message. I'll respond personally. I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.